Thank you, Bhavna, and thank you for the warm welcome. It's great to be back here at Google. This is my first time back since the pandemic, so I'm excited to be back on your campus. And you're growing Colorado campus. And we are, as a state, always trying to learn from the private sector. Many of you know I was in tech and business as an entrepreneur before I entered public service. And one thing that Google does well that many companies are doing better is skills-based hiring. Because at the end of the day, it's really about what you're able to do. It's not where you've been or what school you might have attended. It's about how can you get the job done that we need, whether it's coding, whether it's sysadmin, whatever it is. And companies like Google have long found a way to avail themselves of a much broader set of talent than people who might happen to graduate with engineering or computer science degrees from world-class universities like University of Colorado, Colorado State, or School of Mines. And of course, that's still part of it, absolutely. Google and the state of Colorado are hiring engineers and computer scientists with degrees from CU, CSU, DU all the time. But that's not enough. It's not enough for a few reasons. One, it's not enough on the sheer numbers. We need more talent. Two, we want more diverse talent because we, as the state of Colorado, like Google, believe that diversity is a strength. We want people from different backgrounds, people who have a great aptitude and ability to do the work, but might not have had the opportunity to go to a four-year university. And of course, we want to make sure that we can encourage that employee morale and dedication to their employer. So the state of Colorado is learning, always seeking to learn from what innovation in the private sector. And today we're signing an executive order that directs all of our state agencies to implement skills-based and experience-based hiring that are interchangeable with degree requirements for all state jobs, for a majority of the workforce by next year, and for all state jobs, obviously except for a small number, like if you're going to be a veterinarian at Department of Agriculture, you need to have a veterinary degree. If you need to be a lawyer at the Department of Justice, you need to be a lawyer. So there's a few that require very specific education, but the vast majority of our jobs, nearly all of them that don't require a particular professional program by law, will now be, we will recruit based on skills and experience rather than based on degree on an equal footing. Now, since I became governor, we've been moving forward with this, but it's been more as an alternative. We always post and we say, gotta have the four-year degree or something else. We now want to do it on equal footing to show that we have a real process for outreach on all of our jobs to show that experience, skills, degrees, these are interchangeable to demonstrate your credentialing and ability to do the job. We direct the Department of Personnel and Administration. We have our member of my cabinet, Executive Director Tony Giardini, here to develop the strategies to support each of our state agencies, our 19 state agencies, to move towards skills-based hiring, to align with statute, state personnel rules. We have a great partnership with our union, Colorado Wins, and federal law. This will help open the door to opportunity for many qualified candidates and allow the state to more efficiently deliver services to the people of Colorado. We're really embracing the future of state government, an inclusive and responsive workforce. We are also, we hope, leading the way, along with companies like Google, in a movement towards an economy that values what people can do. And we're embracing this and leaning into this because Coloradans from every background have wonderful skills. And we want to open the doors of employment. We have over 31,000 people that work for the great state of Colorado to truly help foster innovation and make our state an employer of choice. By focusing on the candidate's knowledge, skills, and abilities, we can remove hiring barriers that existed just out of inertia rather than for any reason relating to the job performance of the position. We will find more candidates who are well equipped to serve our state. We will be better able to provide the critical public services and resources that so many families rely on. We can also work with our existing workforce on professional development programs that help them get the skills they need to be at the next level and to grow in their jobs. When I ran for governor, I ran to create a Colorado for all. And today we take a step closer to that vision for Coloradans who have the skills to get the job done, but might not have had the same opportunity as others to get a conventional four-year degree in that field. I really am excited to sign this executive order which is really modeled after initiatives by many leading private sector companies, and we hope that by the state joining the skills-based hiring movement, we can provide further impetus for even more employers in Colorado to understand that we have amazing and talented Coloradans that are able to excel at many jobs, and they simply need to value experience and skills as a equal alternative to formal degrees in their hiring process. Now I want to introduce a member of my cabinet, the head of our Department of Personnel and Administration, who will be it's the state's HR director, if you will, who will be working with each agency to implement this in a very aggressive time frame. I'm proud to introduce Tony Giardini.
Thank you, Governor Polis. So this morning, as I was getting ready for work, my daughter was a little anxious. She couldn't find her homework, and I asked her, what is your homework about? And she says, well, I have a debate today. And I said, what's your debate about? And she said, well, it's about whether or not you should have to have a degree to get a job. And I said, well, what's your side of the debate? And she says, that you don't have to have a degree. And I said, okay, I'll help you find your homework. So we found it. She got off and everything was okay. I asked her if she wanted a copy of my speech, and she was not interested, so I don't know what that has to say. So thank you, Governor, for taking this important step in strengthening our workforce. As he's introduced, I'm Tony Giardini, the Executive Director for the Department of Personnel and Administration and the State Personnel Director. Many people would say that DPA serves as the backbone of state government, and as such, it's our responsibility to help state agencies and approximately 30,000 employees succeed in providing the valuable services Coloradans depend on. We at DPA are excited to partner with our fellow state agencies in implementing the new measures laid out in this executive order to continue attracting talented members of the workforce to our ranks. Coloradans are lucky to live in a state with such rich diversity and talent. We hope our state government can serve as an example to our partners in the private sector as we create a workforce that is increasingly valued by the skills they bring to our organizations rather than solely relying on the credentials that they hold. We're confident that this executive order will help bring more Coloradans from all backgrounds into our workforce. Our government operates most effectively when it reflects the communities it serves and encourages Coloradans from all corners of the state to contribute to their government. This is a big step toward building a workforce that represents a Colorado for all. When Governor Polis took office, he directed the Department of Personnel and Administration to make state government the employer of choice. In a tight labor market, we want to ensure that we are an attractive option for job seekers. We have listened to our employees and we have taken steps to increase work-life balance, improve training and development opportunities, and other competitive compensation and benefit initiatives. Public servants are motivated by mission-driven work, and we want to remove barriers that otherwise prevent qualified individuals from making positive impacts in their communities. I'm looking forward to the fruits of this effort. So with that, I would like to introduce Len Barrera, who will share her experience around skills-based hiring.
Hi, my name is Len Barrera, and I am a proud Front Range Community College graduate. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me here today to talk about the importance of skill-based hiring. I have come a long way since I first arrived to Colorado many years ago, but I'll be the first to admit that my path to success has taken many twists and turns. Despite my mother's middle school education and the impoverished circumstances of our family's life, my mother worked hard to provide for my 6 sisters and me. She never let us forget the importance of education and a solid work ethic. After she passed away, when I was 22, I knew I needed to finish college to realize our dream. A mission made all the more urgent when I gave birth to my beautiful daughter, Sophia. To get a better paying job, I knew I needed to improve my prospects and skill set. I applied to Front Range Community College to begin my journey to a better career. The staff and faculty welcomed me with open arms and were very understanding of my circumstances. With no immediate family in the state, it was their support that gave me the strength to complete my associate degree. I also joined the Front Range IT team, and after months of work, was promoted to the lead student technician in the IT department. The experience not only gave me real-world skills, it also provided hands-on experiences in technology that complemented my college courses. The support I received at Front Range inspired me to reach higher. In 2019, I was accepted as a transfer student to the CU Boulder School of Engineering and began my work on a bachelor's degree towards my dream career in mechatronics. But that's when my story takes another turn. Like so many student parents, my life turned upside down in March 2020. As the pandemic shut down our state and consequently daycares, I suddenly found myself taking care of Sophia full-time and her education, working remotely part-time and keeping up with all of my studies online, all at the same time. After a lot of hard nights, I decided it was best to pause my studies and look for a full-time job. Thankfully, my experience at Front Range, both as an employee and a student, prepared me well to find employment. Given the multitude of office skills and business etiquette around communicating with clients and supporting customer service needs that I picked up on the job while at Front Range, I was fortunate to find an employer that valued my skills and experiences, despite the lack of a 4-year bachelor's degree. Throughout the pandemic, I drew on skills like project management, customer service, and troubleshooting to stay afloat. But other community college completers aren't so lucky. Many others displaced during the pandemic cannot even apply for jobs that pay a living wage and that they have the skills for, just because they lack a bachelor's degree. That's why skills-based hiring is so important. It ensures our hard-earned knowledge and skills don't go to waste, and that we can continue to contribute to the state we love and provide for our families. This small flexibility improves transparency for employees and employers. Instead of using credentials as proxies, business leaders can identify the exact knowledge and competencies employees need to succeed, therefore ensuring the candidate is distinctly suited for their role. This means more Coloradans can apply for positions that fit their skill set, and more companies can recruit and retain a diverse talent pool that will increase the value of their businesses. The pandemic has given us a chance to reevaluate how we do things, from working from home to connecting with loved ones via Zoom. The rise of skill-based hiring is another change that can bring long-lasting benefits for our state. Thank you, Governor Polis, for your leadership on this issue. Your actions today mean more Coloradans like me can put our hard-won experiences and education to use. Thank you.
So join me over here in the sign it. Make it official. Okay. I'm going to use 4 pens so we can think about signing pens.
This is like my 3-year-old.
All right, it is official, the executive order. Congratulations, everybody. One for you, Bob, as well, so thank you. One for you as well. So, any questions from anybody here? Questions? So we're really excited about this new chapter. This is for the 31,000 employees in the state. We have even more employees than Google has here. You haven't passed us yet.
Notice he said yet.
Yet. That's because I'm always optimistic. We're excited to be joining companies like Google and many other companies that have led the way in this movement, which really, as Len so eloquently explained, values her for what she's done and what she can do and her experience and her capabilities, and of course saves the time and money and the difficulty of having to manage that degree just to get a job when she already has the skills to be able to have a great job today. So we look forward to opening the door of opportunity to more Coloradans in state government. We hope that this also sends a message to the private sector to continue moving towards skills-based hiring. And I want to thank Google and Bhavna for hosting us. Thank you.